All right, hey, Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rekah Kodash. I want to give double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, where I learned this truth from. I want to say peace, mercy, and blessings unto all the hopeful elect. The true name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh. That means He exists or He is to be. The true name of the Son is Yahweh Shai. That means He is the deliverer. We are the Hebrew Israelites. There are 12 tribes that consist of our nation. Today we're being called Black, African American, Haitian, Jamaican, West Indian, Native American, Seminole Indian, Puerto Rican, Dominican, Cuban, Mexican, Latin, Hispanic, right? Venezuelan, Panamanian, right? But we're those people that make up the lost 12 tribes of Israel. This is not a thing about skin color. This is not a black movement. It's about the 12 tribes of Israel, all right? And we come in all different shades, colors, and we're scattered all over the world. We're here in these last days, the Most High is sealing 12,000 from each tribe, and that is the 144,000 on the elect. And that's also the one-third, men, women, and children, the elect that will be delivered. Friends of the prophets, you know, self-proclaimed white man, he's not actually white. He is Esau Edom. According to Bible prophecy, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. Right? We're about just a week, maybe a week and a half away from so-called New Year's, which the real New Year's actually happens during the springtime. You know, the New Year of the world, this world happens in the dead of winter. You know, so that's off. New Year happens in the springtime. You know, the New Year's of this world happens in the dead of winter. So technically, it's not really the New Year. All right, it's the dead of winter. Right, but anyway, this is from End Time Headlines. It says major cities around the world call off New Year celebrations for special events over safety concerns. Major cities around the world are adjusting or canceling traditional New Year's Eve celebrations amid rising public safety concerns. Officials in several international destinations have decided to scale back or eliminate large public gatherings as authorities prioritize security and crowd management ahead of the new year. These decisions reflect growing unease over the risk associated with massive crowd during the high-profile events. In Paris, organizers announced the cancellation of the city's well-known live New Year's Eve concert along the Champs-Élysées. The event, which typically draws hundreds of thousands of attendees, will not proceed in its usual format due to concerns about safety, managing dense crowds in such a confined area. Instead, officials plan to air a pre-recorded concert as part of the celebration. Fireworks at the Arc de Triomphe are still expected to take place, offering a symbolic countdown without the risk tied to a live mass gathering. Tokyo officials also canceled the popular Shibuya Countdown event, which traditionally attracts large numbers of people to one of the busiest intersections in the world. City leaders cited safety concerns related to overcrowding, disorderly behavior, and the potential for dangerous situations in tightly packed public spaces. Authorities emphasized that the decision was made to protect public well-being and prevent incidents that could escalate quickly in such an environment. So all around the world, you know, Tokyo, Paris, all right, the New Year's Eve celebrations are being canceled because they don't know what's going to happen. All right, there's a call, there's a safety concern, right? In Belgrade, in Serbia's capital city, leaders announced there will be no organized New Year's Eve or Serbian New Year's Eve celebrations this year. City officials stated that public safety considerations were the primary factor behind the decision, noting that resources will be better focused on maintaining order and security rather than hosting large-scale festivities. These international cancellations come as U.S. law enforcement agencies remain on heightened alert during the holiday season. So the U.S. is, you know, they're not canceling. They're just on heightened alert, right? So who knows, man? Something could pop off. Remember what happened last year? Shit was popping off at the beginning, or I should say, yeah, last year, the beginning of this year. You know, federal authorities recently arrested four alleged gang members in L.A. accused of plotting coordinated bomb attacks on New Year's Eve. Let's see if I can find that. I meant to look this up, but I forgot. All right, this is from Al Jazeera, right? Turtle Island Liberation Front, courtlet charged for California NYE bomb plot. Pro-Palestine anti-government anti-colonial group accused of targeting immigration agents and companies in massive and horrific terror plot. Federal authorities in the U.S. have arrested 4 members of an anti-government left-wing group over an alleged bomb plotting targeted immigration agents and companies, among others in Cali. Officials have said announcing the arrest on Monday. U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi said the Justice Department and the Federal Bureau of Investigation had disrupted a massive and horrific terror plot being prepared by the Turtle Island Liberation Front. The Turtle Island Liberation Front, a far-left pro-Palestinian and anti-government and anti-capitalist group, was preparing to conduct a series of bombings against targets in California beginning on New Year's Eve, Bondi said in a statement. Okay, so yeah, this is what's coming, man. You can expect there to be more attacks, threats, evil, right? That's coming, right? So yeah, man, the apostles they said that earlier this year. Stay away from large crowds, gatherings, nightclubs, cause you don't know what the fuck. All right, anything can happen, man. We're in the days of evil. All right, that's what it says. Redeeming the time because the days are evil. All right, when the days of the T attacks, and something big is coming. You can feel it in the air, right? It says according to officials, the suspects were allegedly planning to use improvised explosive devices at multiple locations, reinforcing concerns about potential threats to crowded public events. Yeah, and who fuck wants to drive to the city and see the ball drop anyway? You have people out there in their diapers defecating on themselves. All right, this bullshit. It's not even a real New Year, man. All right, you're just asking to get fucked up by the Most High. Former NYPD officials have noted that securing Times Square for New Year's Eve requires months of preparation and represents one of the most complex security operations undertaken by the city each year. All right. Measures include securing buildings, monitoring rooftops and windows, and deploying extensive law enforcement and surveillance resources. Security experts and travel advisors continue to urge attendees to take personal precautions when attending large gatherings. They recommend planning meeting points in advance, staying aware of surroundings, and recognizing that cell service may be unreliable. In extremely crowded areas, these steps can help minimize confusion or panic if groups become separated. At the time, travel professionals have observed a growing shift away from massive public celebrations. Most people are choosing private parties, ticketed events, cruises, and exclusive venues that offer a festive atmosphere with more controlled conditions. This trend has gained momentum in recent years as safety, comfort, and predictability have become higher priorities for many travelers. So yeah, who knows, man? Anything can happen because we're in the days of evil. But one thing for certain, this just proves that Babylon is that rejoicing city. This is Zephaniah 2:15. This is the KJV. This is the rejoicing city that dwelt carelessly, that said in her heart, I am, and there is none beside me. How she become a desolation, a place for beasts to lie down in. Everyone that passes by her shall hiss and wag his hand. It reproves that, from this article, how other places around the world are canceling, but here in Babylon, oh no, we're good. Okay, it's the greatest country, you know. This is the Good News translation, Zephaniah 2:15. Check this out. This is what will happen to the city that is so proud of its own power, right? Military might, AI surveillance, right? Things of that nature, and thinks it is safe. Its people think that their city is the greatest in the world. They don't think nothing can happen, right? What a desolate place it will become, a place where wild animals will rest. Everyone who passes by will shrink back in horror, and that's going to happen during the third woe. during the second coming of Yahushua. As the scripture says, as birds flying will the Lord defend Jerusalem. So that's how the Lord is coming. The chariots and the nukes are going to decimate this place, man. All right? It's going to become an everlasting example. All right? And evil is coming to these cities. This is Amos 3:6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua had not done it? Great evil is coming in the form of T attacks, explosions, power outages. There was just a recent power outage in Cali. I think it might have been San Fran. Yep. This is another article from End Time Headlines. Reads, massive power outage plunges 1/3 of San Francisco into darkness as mayor warns residents not to leave their home. Just like that shit could go down. Just like that shit is going to go down. Amos 3:6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? That's the voice of the prophets. All right? If the people aren't afraid, they're mocking, they're scoffing. A lot of them is not even listening. All right? Pretty soon they will start listening, or they will start seeking the word. But at that time, there's going to be a famine of the word. Right? Shall there be evil in the city? And Yahweh Shemel Shah had not done it. So the evil that's coming to these cities is of the Lord. All right? To punish, right? The wicked, prideful as people. This is Jeremiah 51 and 14. The Lord of hosts, Yahweh Shemel Shah, has sworn by himself, saying, surely I will fill thee with men as with caterpillars, and they shall lift up a shout against thee. Now, the caterpillars represent those foreign troops, people who are here, sleeper cells, things of that nature, who are just waiting to get activated to wreak havoc. All right? So, yeah, Lord willing, something happens soon. But, yeah, with that, just a quick lesson. I'm going to end it there. I pray this has brought some edification. All praise, honor, and glory, how about Shem Yahushua, to the hopeful elect. Shalom.